The Sussexes labeled hypocritical over leaked message to Kate and Will. Prince William and Kate Middleton had just celebrated their 10th wedding anniversary by posting a sweet video on their official Kensington Royal Instagram account on Thursday. In the clip, William and Kate can be seen embracing each other in between shots of their kids playing at the beach, running around, and hiking together. For one family beach outing, the Cambridge children adorably dress in coordinating olive green rain jackets while enjoying a day by the sea. All three of their children, Prince George, Princess Charlotte, and Prince Louis, and even their family pup, make appearances in the montage, which immediately gained attention from people across the world, including Prince Harry and Meghan. According to the Daily Beast, a spokesperson for Harry and Meghan confirmed the couple had shared their congratulations privately. Previously, the Sussexes are supposed to have left Prince William really cross for naming Kate in their damaging Oprah Winfrey interview for the royal family. Duncan Larcombe, author of Prince Harry, The Inside Story, said he believes the Duke of Sussex will regret that interview, and maybe his decision to leave the royal family. The author, who spent 10 years as a royal editor, told Closer magazine that the prince appears nostalgic for his old life. He said the Duke has a history of being hot-headed and used the bombshell US chat to air frustrations from his wife's experience with the royal family. He's now facing the consequences. I believe he'll regret that interview, and maybe his decision to leave the royal family. The expert claimed. The couple has been receiving criticism after their private correspondence leaked. In particular, many royal experts branded them as hypocritical. Angela Levin, who has been consecutively criticizing on the Sussexes, has alleged Meghan and Harry make everything a publicity stunt in order to make themselves look good on social media. She added, their choice was to send it privately, but everyone has to know how good they are by publishing it through their huge PR group of people. I think the reason it's very hard for William and Kate to trust them is that Harry and Meghan comment on important statements about building bridges between the two couples to make them look well on social media in America. I think William and Kate don't give a hoot about whether they wish them a happy anniversary or not, but they need to talk about the things that really matter. They need to be talking to each other confidently and privately so they can trust each other and try and make amends over this huge chasm there between them. She also said Harry and Meghan are of course being hypocritical, still briefing the media. Everything they do they feel they need to make a publicity stunt out of it. Angela Levin has recently concentrated on being a royal commentator and writing about senior members of the British royal family. She has previously been a senior feature writer on The Observer, Daily Mail and Mail on Sunday. She has also written for The Telegraph, Newsweek, The Conservative Woman, and Tatler. She has been commended twice in the British Press Awards. Angela was consultant producer and contributor to CH4 documentary, Max Clifford, The Fall of a Tabloid King on March 1, 2021. She has also written 9 non-fiction books. For details see below. Her latest biography, Harry, Conversations with the Prince, was published in 2018. The paperback with extra chapters was published in May 2019. Angela broadcasts worldwide on TV and radio. This includes Sky, BBC 4 and 2, Talk Radio, Pounds, ITV CNN, NBC Canadian, Australian and Japanese TV, plus many stations in Europe. She has also featured in several royal documentaries by ITN for CH5. Phil Dampier, author of Royally Suited, Harry and Meghan in their own words, said, the Queen and Prince Charles made their messages of congratulations to William and Kate on their 10th anniversary in public, so why didn't Harry and Meghan? He said, they should get on with their lives, stop playing the victim and stop playing on their royal connections by leaking stories while pleading for privacy. Instead they relied on their spokespeople leaking out the fact they sent a message, making it look manipulated and contrived. And Mr. Dampier claimed the relationship between the Cambridges and Sussexes had been broken over the past 2 years, with leaks making it difficult to repair. He added, William's big fear is that anything he says to his brother in an effort to heal their rift is immediately leaked to the media, and that makes it very difficult for them to have a proper conversation. To carry on a war with Harry's blood family is unnecessary and counterproductive, and the sooner they realize that the better. They should get on with their lives, stop playing the victim and stop playing on their royal connections by leaking stories while pleading for privacy. People can see through it, and anyone who advises them to carry on this way is giving them bad advice. Phil Dampier has been writing about the royal family for 26 years. Between 1986 and 1991 he covered the royal beat for The Sun, Britain's biggest-selling daily newspaper. As a freelance journalist for the last 20 years, he has traveled to more than 50 countries following members of the House of Windsor, and his articles have been published in dozens of newspapers and magazines worldwide. He frequently appears on radio and TV and gave expert analysis for Global National TV of Canada during their coverage of the wedding of the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge in April 2011. He lives in Kent with his partner Anne. Beside the video, the Duke and the Duchess have also released 2 new photographs to mark their 10-year wedding anniversary. 10 years, bride with veil, female sign, groom, male sign, the couple caption one of the portraits. The photographs were taken at Kensington Palace, in London, this week by the photographer Chris Floyd, who shared them on Instagram. Floyd said he had recently visited Cambridge, Eastern England, for the first time and that by astonishing coincidence on that same day he was asked to photograph the couple to commemorate their anniversary. It was a thrill to spend some time with them at Kensington Palace, especially as the Duchess is a rather keen photographer, Floyd wrote on Instagram, wishing the couple a happy anniversary. It was a decade ago today when the Duke and Duchess married in a lavish wedding ceremony at Westminster Abbey, which was viewed across the world. In today's video caption, the pair acknowledged those who have congratulated them on the milestone. "Thank you to everyone for the kind messages on our wedding anniversary," wrote William and Kate alongside the post. "We are enormously grateful for the 10 years of support we have received in our lives as a family. W&C." The couple first met as students at the University of St Andrews in Scotland, where they both studied art history and lived together in a share house. Their status as a couple was made public in 2004 when they were photographed holidaying together in the Swiss ski resort of Klosters. They broke up briefly in 2007 but got back together a few months later. The pair got engaged during a holiday at a wild game reserve in Kenya in October 2010. Prince William gave Catherine his mother Princess Diana's blue sapphire and diamond engagement ring. They tied the knot at Westminster Abbey on April 29, 2011. The event was watched by hundreds of millions of people around the world. Shortly before the wedding, the Queen conferred Catherine with the title of Her Royal Highness the Duchess of Cambridge. Their first child, Prince George, was born on July 22, 2013 at St Mary's Hospital in London, in the same wing where Princess Diana gave birth to William and his brother Harry. George is next in line to the throne after William. Their first daughter, Princess Charlotte, was born on May 2, 2015. Her full name, Charlotte Elizabeth Diana, is a triple homage to her grandfather Prince Charles, great-grandmother Queen Elizabeth II, and late-grandmother Diana. Their first daughter, Princess Charlotte, was born on May 2, 2015. Her full name, Charlotte Elizabeth Diana, is a triple homage to her grandfather Prince Charles, great-grandmother Queen Elizabeth II, and late-grandmother Diana. The Queen was one of the first to publicly congratulate William and Kate, with a message on her official Twitter account, sharing a sweet post online. Prince Harry and his wife Meghan Markle are being called out in the media yet again. The couple has been making headlines for nearly everything they do since leaving behind their duties as senior members of the royal family in early 2020, via Observer. Of course, the pair fueled the firestorm around them when they sat down for a shocking tell-all interview with Oprah Winfrey in March of 2021, as they absolutely did not hold back. During the interview, Harry and Meghan dropped bombshells about the royals and spoke out about living within the confines of a powerful family, via USA Today. Meghan spoke out about how her sister-in-law, Kate Middleton, made her cry while planning her wedding. She also claimed that members of the family made racially insensitive remarks about her son's skin color. In addition, Harry opened up about how his father, Prince Charles, wouldn't take his calls following his departure from the family, via Elle. One of the biggest themes of the interview was privacy in the press. Harry claimed that the press was bigoted, via the Washington Post, and recalled their invasive behavior. Just 1 month prior, Harry told James Corden that the press was toxic and destroying his mental health, for NBC News. However, a royal expert is now calling the Duke and Duchess of Sussex hypocrites after yet another leak to the media. Some are calling out Prince Harry and Meghan Markle once again after a new leaked story about them surfaced in the media, as noted by The Sun. In April of 2021, Harry's older brother Prince William and his wife Kate Middleton celebrated their 10-year anniversary. Members of the royal family, such as Queen Elizabeth and Prince Charles, congratulated the couple publicly on the milestone. However, Meghan and Harry were quiet on social media and reports began to surface that the couple had wished William and Kate a private congratulations. The allegation was one of several damaging claims made during the interview, the most serious of which saw Harry and Meghan accusing an unnamed member of the royal family of questioning how dark their son Archie's skin would be before his birth. Prior to the Oprah interview, details of a rift between once close brothers William and Harry were already being widely reported. However, it is understood that relations between the siblings have become increasingly strained as a result of the broadcast, which was aired while the late Prince Philip was in hospital recovering from heart surgery. Harry reportedly spoke with his brother and his father Prince Charles when he returned to the UK for Prince Philip's funeral earlier this month. However, the talks are said to have been unproductive. The relationship between the Sussexes and William and Middleton has been strained for years, even before their step back from the royal family at the beginning of 2020. Prince Harry has spoken publicly about his rift with Prince William, saying he and his brother were on different paths in the fall of 2019. In January 2017, reports began surfacing that the royal brothers were fighting after William suggested he and Meghan were moving too fast. Royal reporters Omid Scobie and Carolyn Duran claimed in their book, Finding Freedom, that Harry was pissed off at his older brother, who thought he was blindsided by lust. Some felt it was an overreaction, the book reads. But then, this sums them up as people: William, the calm and rational one, and Harry, who can't help but take things far too personally. In May 2018, stories began circulating right before Meghan and Harry's wedding that the bridesmaid Kate Middleton cried during a fitting for Princess Charlotte's flower girl dress. The Los Angeles native later claimed during her CBS interview that the situation actually happened the other way around. That was the turning point, the narrative with Kate. It didn't happen, Meghan said. A few days before the wedding she was upset about flower girl dresses, and it made me cry. It really hurt my feelings. She was upset about something, but she owned it, and she apologized. And she brought me flowers and a note, apologizing. And she did what I would do if I knew that I hurt someone, right, to just take accountability for it. In March 2019, Harry and Meghan split their royal household from the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge. Their news raised some eyebrows since rumors were still swirling that Harry and William were not getting along. In January 2020, Harry and Meghan released a statement about stepped back as senior royals. We have chosen to make a transition this year in starting to carve out a progressive new role within this institution, their joint statement read. We intend to step back as senior members of the royal family and work to become financially independent, while continuing to fully support Her Majesty the Queen. It is with your encouragement, particularly over the last few years, that we feel prepared to make this adjustment. We now plan to balance our time between the United Kingdom and North America, continuing to honor our duty to the Queen, the Commonwealth, and our patronages, their statement continued. This geographic balance will enable us to raise our son with an appreciation for the royal tradition into which he was born, while also providing our family with the space to focus on the next chapter, including the launch of our new charitable entity. Queen Elizabeth and Buckingham Palace posted their own statement on January 18, revealing the couple would lose their HRH royal titles and no longer receive public funding for their royal duties. Despite reports claiming the matriarch was not happy about their announcement, she showed public support for their decision. Following many months of conversations and more recent discussions, I am pleased that together we have found a constructive and supportive way forward for my grandson and his family, the monarch's statement began. Harry, Meghan and Archie will always be much-loved members of the family. I recognize the challenges they have experienced as a result of intense scrutiny over the last 2 years and support their wish for a more independent life. I want to thank them for all their dedicated work across this country, the Commonwealth and beyond, and am particularly proud of how Meghan has so quickly become one of the family, she concluded. It is my whole family's hope that today's agreement allows them to start building a happy and peaceful new life. In March 2020, things were still extremely tense between William and Harry. A source told Us Weekly the brothers had only spoken a couple times about business matters in recent months. During Harry and Meghan's final engagement as working senior royals, William and Kate appeared to snub them when they arrived. In February 2021, it's clear the drama has not subsided among the royal family members after Harry and Meghan released a statement revealing their royal exit was permanent. Following conversations with the Duke, the Queen has written confirming that in stepping away from the work of the royal family it is not possible to continue with the responsibilities and duties that come with a life of public service, the palace said in a statement at the time. The honorary military appointments and royal patronages held by the Duke and Duchess will therefore be returned to Her Majesty before being redistributed among working members of the royal family. While we are all saddened by their decision, the Duke and Duchess remain much-loved members of the family. However, the former senior royals fired back with their own statement. As evidenced by their work over the past year, The Duke and Duchess of Sussex remain committed to their duty and service to the UK and around the world and have offered their continued support to the organisations they have represented regardless of official role, they wrote. We can all live a life of service. Service is universal. In April 2021, Harry travelled to the UK for his grandfather's funeral, while Meghan stayed back in the States, but it doesn't look like he will be socialising much with William. Buckingham Palace revealed the royal brothers will not walk next to each other behind Philip's coffin. Harry will walk behind William and Princess Anne's son Peter Phillips. These are practical changes rather than sending a signal. This is a funeral, and we are not going to be drawn into perceptions of drama, the palace told Us Weekly in a statement about the decision. The arrangements have been agreed and represent Her Majesty's wishes as well as the personal wishes of the Duke. It appears the couple's interview with Oprah did not help matters. Harry told Gayle King that he had conversations with William and Prince Charles that were not productive following the interview. However, things seemed to change when Harry was unexpectedly reunited with his family for Prince Philip's funeral. Markle was unable to attend the funeral because her doctor did not give her clearance to travel while pregnant. Although he did not process into the event next to his brother, Harry was seen chatting with William and Middleton after their grandfather's service, indicating a potential easing of the tension in their relationship. The leak, published by the Daily Beast, comes despite the couple insisting on privacy after they quit the royal family, with fears constant leaks about their relationship with the firm could put a hoped-for reconciliation at risk. Royal experts today slammed the confirmation as hypocritical, The Sun reports. Confirmation is hypocritical, The Sun reports. Confirmation is hypocritical.